Welcome. It's Monday morning and it's time for the Accountability and Success Call. I'm Vanessa Raymond, your confidence and success coach. Let's see who else joins us this morning. I know last week we didn't have a call because it was a holiday. So I'm happy to see you all here and hope everyone else can join us. Good morning, Vicky. Welcome.
Hi there. Thank you.
Yeah. And Jane, it's so lovely to have you here with us today. Welcome, welcome. Yes,
Thank you.
Maria's here. I'm going to give it just a couple seconds. Looks like we have a few more people joining. So today, for those of you who are new, the rest of you know, I like to either share a win from the previous week or month, or we share our number one goal for the week coming up. And that's what we're doing today, is we're going to talk about what is your number one goal that you need to accomplish in this next week to feel accomplished, right? So we're going to share that. And then after that, I'm going to take a moment and just talk about operating from calling versus transaction. Okay, so we'll talk about that in a bit. But welcome everyone. So with Jane being number one on my screen here today, Jane, I'm just going to jump in with you. And also because you're fairly new to the call, I'd love for you to introduce yourself. And so let everyone know who you are, what you do briefly, and then let us know what is your number one goal for this week.
Lucky me. This is Jane Lehman, and I'm over in near San Antonio, Texas, and I am with Legal Shield. My background was that of a professional musician, and that transformed to mediation to what I do now with Legal Shield. And a win for me this week would be that I am going into work for one of our very top producers to service a group of employees for him. And my goal this week is to sign up at least 15 of these 20 people. So 75%.
Woohoo! That sounds fantastic. You go, girl. Good job. We love that. Thanks for sharing, Jane, and thanks for being here this morning. Well, Jim, you're up next, and you're also fairly new. So I'm going to also have you do a brief introduction, tell everyone who you are, what you do, and then also what's your number one goal for the week.
Sure. I'm Jim Disser. I'm in Denver. Joined a couple of weeks ago, met Vanessa at the conference. And I am a digital consultant and coach, and I specialize in working with older people that want to start over and work for themselves so they can do what they always wanted to do in their life as they, after retirement or as a retirement is approaching. And I'm getting this together and rebranding from web development and digital marketing, which is what I've been doing for the last several years. And the number one goal this week is to get my brand graphics together and to continue on with this branding course, which I'm taking with Jerry, which Vanessa mentioned. So that's that.
Fantastic. Awesome. Thank you, Jim. And very excited about what Jim does, and thinking that we will get a lot more people from the older community into our realm, working with Jim, as well as maybe open a whole division for that. Who knows, right?
Like to, yeah. Sounds good.
Could be super fun. Awesome. So Noelle and Robert, good to see you, you guys.
Good morning.
What you got going on?
Yeah, my main focus this week is to get ready for university. I have a 15-minute presentation to prepare that I'm going to redo. So I want to make sure it's written well and have my offer ready for next week.
Yay, awesome. Fantastic. Let me know if you need any help with that. I'm here for you. Okay, what about you, Robert?
Yeah, I need to close a high ticket. Just close a long-term client this week. So
that's number one goal. Okay, and you have a plan in place for that?
Of course.
Okay, good. Just checking, gotta check. Wendy, good to see you, sweetheart.
Hey, good morning, everybody. My number one goal this week is to market. So I'm going to be downloading my contacts list from Verizon and starting to keep track of just texting and starting to call people to see if they want to reconnect and kind of track it that way. So that's number one, and LinkedIn and social media and just market.
Love that for you, Wendy. You know, we all should be doing that. Market. Once the things are in place, then that's the next step, is the marketing. Thank you, Wendy. Kurt, you're up next. You want to share with us what is your number one goal for this coming week?
Thank you so much. Continue to secure more contracts.
Secure more contracts. So also marketing, right? Getting
Yep.
out there, being visible, talking to the right people, all the good stuff. Fantastic. Thanks for sharing, Kurt. Vicky, what you got for us?
Well, Phyllis made an absolutely beautiful new flyer. So I'm going to be getting them out this week. I started last night. I was up till midnight sending them out. So just get more of those and intend to get some calls, people to sign up. The class is now going to be April 17th.
Okay.
I gotta remember people's names.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So put little information on that in the chat for people. If anyone's interested in joining Vicky's class, it's about memory, remembering people's names, something we can all do with. So thanks, Vicky, for sharing that.
Thank you.
Maria, good to see you. She looks like she's on the beach, hanging out.
Well, they say you should, put things around you that you want to be. So that's where I would like to be.
I love that.
So this week, my goal is obviously lots of marketing, touching base with a previous client that kind of went by the wayside during the holidays. So just to kind of touch base with her and see where she's at. She's ready to jump back on board. So lots and lots of marketing otherwise.
Okay, like that. Awesome. Rob, awesome to see you here again this morning. How are you today?
Good.
Yeah, and so you share with us what you need to get done this week.
Well, this week I've been working with your special guests, Noel and Robert, on a funnel with the Achieve system app, like the high level app. And my gosh, she has been so good to jump on some Zooms and help me out. And Robert helped out the other day. I'm so appreciative for that. So yes, just building out my funnel, and then I've got a couple of salespeople I've hired. By the way, I do marketing, everyone, so it sounds like kind of what a lot of people do here. But I've got a couple of salespeople I've hired, and they wanted a little landing page. So that's what my funnel is going to be, just so they can kind of use that. But if I can get that done, and then maybe a short video about my services, I'll feel like I accomplished a lot with all the other stuff.
Fantastic. Yeah, and thanks for the shout out for Noel and Robert. They're always there to support and assist. So glad that's going well for you, Rob. Phyllis, my darling, how are you today? You're still
I am
muted.
good. Sorry, I'm late. I was converting the recording from the international meeting that we just had. So this is a big week for Connecting, Collaborate, and Achieve in Southwest Florida. So I am speaking to a large women's group on Wednesday, Networking with a Purpose. I've revamped that as my signature talk and have a worksheet to go along with it. And then on Thursday, the World Record event, where I am introducing Connecting, Collaborate, and Achieve to those members. And I had a win today because I finally heard back from Beach Talk Radio in Southwest Florida. They've got 67,000 members, and they are adding me to their newsletter, which goes out tomorrow.
Big one.
There, I think Margarita can hold many hundreds of people. So I've been hitting the road, introducing all these different groups, and I will be doing a pop-up Connecting, Collaborate in Southwest Florida in March and April, and looking for a chapter leader.
Wow, Phyllis, momentum. Keep it rolling. We're celebrating with you. Congratulations. That's wonderful. Fantastic. Thanks for sharing, girl. And then Mac, welcome. Good to see you. Glad you made it.
Yes, well, I always have problems just trying to remember the address automatically. I always appreciate your 6:07 in the morning notice.
Your email. It always comes in at the same time. Yeah.
Yes. I'm Frank McDaniel. My friends call me Mac. I'm not exactly sure what the question was. I missed that part of it.
It's your number one goal for the week, Mac.
To not get more gray hair.
Okay, so what's your number one goal in your business this week?
Well, a lot of it, I believe I mentioned that as of the end of March, I'll be done with my photo equipment business of almost 50 years. I'm putting all my efforts into primarily achieve related endeavors, but some that are solo also. It's getting understanding on how to promote. I've had several people just since Rob put the notice out in the last couple days about new members that have gotten back with me. You and I need to follow up a little bit later on a couple of them. I think the biggest thing for me, and I think for a lot of us, is to be free-flowing enough to jog right when you need to jog right, and jog left when you need to jog left, and jump up and down if you have to.
Yes. Yes, no, true, Mac. And getting the message across of like what is achieved, it takes time. Really, it takes time to kind of really hone down how you're going to vocalize that, because it is a monster. And like I said, the best thing is just to let people tell you what they need and focus on that piece of it. That's usually the easiest part.
I had a 40-minute call with one of my team members in Nigeria this morning, and kind of told him that we weren't there yet, but we may be someday soon. I mentioned you by name because of the South Africa connection. I'm involved with Financial Man Africa group. And it's a lot of investment bankers and stuff like that, but they're always helping people develop businesses. And it's a very interesting group.
Yeah, let's talk about that when we have a chance. Mac, thank you. Fantastic. Thanks for sharing. And Adriana, she joined us. Thanks for being here, honey. What is your number one goal this week?
It's time management. I think I said that the last time I was on the call.
Yes.
There's always room to improve. I'm getting better. And yes, as long as I can honor time management, I think that will allow everything else to integrate well. So on a practical note, but bigger note, yeah, that's my goal.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And, sometime you and I can maybe connect as well and chat about how you are managing your time. And if there's anything, if I have any input that might be helpful, I'd be happy to share, or we can brainstorm over that if you need any additional help. Okay. All right, you guys. So everybody and girls, my people, I want to try and stop saying, the whole you guys comes from me training people in the gym. Okay, guys, let's go. So I'm trying to get rid of that habit. But anyway, my lovelies. So I have a little something I want to share with you this morning, as I normally do. We have some time here, so this is perfect. It's kind of a poignant message that I have for you this morning. And again, it's not anything that you don't know already or that you haven't heard before, but heightening the awareness and revisiting the idea of that is always, for me, at the forefront. It's like, how can we rekindle these things that we sometimes forget to think about? And so today, I really want to share with you the difference or the idea of operating in transaction versus calling or passion mode, or I should say operating in passion versus transaction mode, either one or. But really, how do you get the competitive edge in your business, and how do you actually stay there is the tricky part. There's always so many ups and downs in business. And so in my journey with Achieve, I've learned that there's two types of entrepreneurs. The first one is those who are intrinsically motivated, and then there are those who are extrinsically motivated, right? And so what is it to be intrinsically or extrinsically motivated? Well, intrinsically motivated people have the desire from within to be the best they can possibly be, because they have a sense of pride and mission and vision for their life. And they are charging towards that mission, that vision. And regardless of what the external stimuli is, that's not going to encourage or discourage them in a huge way. So they can lean in and elevate up and get results based on the fact that they are chasing their passion, and that they are aligned with their mission. And then there are those who are extrinsically motivated. And those are the people who, are always, they're either chasing a dollar amount, or the pat on the back, or the compliments, or that viral video, or, the things that keep them motivated to move forward are external things. And is that a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with striving for a dollar amount or having an external goal. We all need those too. But I think you can see where I'm going with this. Which one of those two do you think will stay motivated the easiest or the best, right? And the thing that I always want to emphasize, and that meant a lot to me when I heard it, is remember that during the hard times, you're doing the work that produces the good times. Right? Shall I say that again? During the hard times, you are doing the work that produces the good times. So the thing that I want all of us to guard against, and I've also learned my lessons as far as that goes, is as a leader, you have to keep staying on track to keep winning. The default for us is to, when things start going well, to kind of step back and stop doing the things we normally do that makes us successful, because we're comfortable, right? And the problem with that is that last year might have been a really hard year and we did all the things, and therefore we're having a good year this year. So now, having a good year, we think we can back off a little bit, chill a little bit, and relax a little bit. But what does that mean? That means that we might tank next year because we didn't keep doing the things that we originally did to make us successful. So never take for granted the things, or always keep in mind the things that you are doing in the hard times to keep business going, that create the successes and the good times. We never want to stop doing those. We have to continue doing those. Now, it doesn't mean you can't change pace a little bit here and there. We all need a change of pace. We're not always going to have to go, but it's about finding the balance, right? And knowing which are the tasks that we are doing when things are tough, that is bringing us towards the success and the good times. Like, for instance, your A5, right? We're all doing our A5 and we're all benefiting from it, and we're getting those leads. And then when our funnel is full, do you think you can stop the A5? No, because if you do, that funnel is not going to stay full, right? You got to keep going. So when we talk about transaction versus calling, I want to help you understand how to get the edge that's going to last you a lifetime. What keeps us going? What keeps us moving forward and not quitting or not giving up, right? So there are entrepreneurs that operate based on calling, and there are those who operate based on transaction. Those who get caught up in transactions, or the transaction mode, as I call it, are those who get caught up in the external stimulation and they receive from making transactions. So when those people go through the seasons of business, as we all know, there's ups and downs, there's going to be goods and bads. And the problem is that during the growth and the ups and downs and highs and lows, the people that are focused on the transactions, they can easily lose the fire and the passion because they're not getting the stimulus, right? The money is not coming in, the compliments aren't coming in, the pats on the backs aren't coming in. So how do I stay motivated? So they can lose their passion very quickly. But those who are operating from calling, from passion, from purpose, it's a lot harder to deter them from their mission because they're intrinsically motivated. They're not necessarily motivated by these outside things. And those that are extrinsically motivated, when things get hard, they sometimes might be thinking, oh, let me shut down that program, or let me back off, or they might close one business and start another business, right? Because they're not seeing the results. But what they don't realize is the challenges. Those are the growth moments. When we learn how to navigate through those challenges, that is what gives us longevity. When we do not face these challenges head on, the problem is that if we change direction entirely, or for instance, shut down one business and start another, guess what? Those same challenges are going to present themselves again in the new business, right? Because in life, we've all probably learned that if we don't face challenges as they come along, somewhere along the way, they're just going to present themselves again in a different situation, in a different way. We have to deal with challenges as they come along. So when you are having a hard time in business, you have to learn to move through the challenges and to learn the acquired skills that you need to get you through those challenges. Because if you don't do that, if you quit before you learn those skills, you're going to be faced with those challenges again. And sadly, the next time you're going to have less confidence in facing those challenges because you did not face them the previous time, right? So I'm not suggesting that when it is time to reinvent or pivot, that you just continue on going for the sake of going on, right? But I'm suggesting that you reflect on the growth mindset and the development and leadership that you need in order to be the CEO that you're called to be for the long term, right? We need to always look for that long term, the longevity. That's where the success comes. Too many people, when faced with a challenge that they don't know how to overcome, instead of digging in and grounding themselves and learning what they need to know to get where they want to go, instead they change direction. So they just avoid the problem, and so they're going to be seeing those challenges again and again and again and again. So my point here today, really what I wanted to share with you today, and what I want you to take away from this today, is if there is a sense of confidence and clarity about your purpose, and if you are so clear about your conviction and the reason why you are here on this earth, there's very few things that can deter you even through the hard times. So you will have an instant advantage over those who are operating from a transactional mode, right? So you really want to be in calling mode, in purpose mode, in vision mode. You want to be really connected to that purpose, to that vision, and really stay focused on that, so that those external stimuli that we experience on a daily basis do not pull us off track. I encourage you today to go this week, reinforce, reevaluate your calling, and know that you're so cleared and aligned so that no one and nothing can push you off track, right? So that's my message for you today. I hope that was helpful. Yes, Jim, thank you. Any comments, any questions, any additions to what I just shared? Everyone good? Maria?
Good.
You're
I got a
just
quick.
spot on.
Spot on. Yes. Okay. So, align yourself again with that purpose. Thank you, Jane. Love you guys all. See you next week. Same time, same place. Have a successful week. Go out and kill it. Bye, everyone.
See you later.
See you later. Bye-bye.